It is often perceived during HPLC analysis that the sample cooler temperature is going to increase the stability of the standard or the sample. And that's the reason I have seen many methods wherein the sample cooler temperature like 5 degrees Celsius or 15 degrees Celsius is provided. But do you know that sometimes the sample cooler temperature even can be a disaster for your analysis? And that is quite possible in case if you do not evaluate the solubility of your API, right, or the solubility of the excipients that you found is good enough at the room temperature. Most often what happens, we prepare the sample solution at the room temperature, and then we keep the solution into a sample cooler maybe at 5 degrees Celsius. So you may observe that the sample is clean and clear at the room temperature after the filtration. But you never know if you do not understand the solubility of the constituents of the sample at the sample cooler temperature. Now it is 5 degrees Celsius. And if for some reason, if your API or excipient has a poor solubility at 5 degrees Celsius, these all constituents components may get precipitate out at 5 degrees Celsius. And now just imagine what is going to happen, right? So I have seen this in many of the analysis. I can name metformin tablets. I have seen it. I have seen during rosuvastatin analysis. I have seen it during nintedanib analysis, and especially during related substances where the concentration of the API is always higher, and there is a great chance that the solubility may get reduced at the lower temperature. So how one can mitigate this challenge? So rather than just assuming that, okay, my sample will have equal solubility at room temperature as well as at the 5 degrees Celsius or the lower temperature, you can evaluate it just by conducting a very small, very simple test called as the test tube test. So you need to only take the sample and standard solution once it's filtered and ready for the spills analysis, and keep them for overnight at the desired sample cooler temperature. For example, if you intend to store the sample at 5 degrees Celsius during HPLC analysis, then I can store this sample and standard at 5 degrees Celsius, maybe in a refrigerator or maybe in the sample cooler exact HPLC, and then allow it to stay there for overnight. And next day you can see whether there is a precipitation observed or not. If there is no precipitation observed, that indicates that your sample constituents or the standard constituents is having good amount of solubility even at the proposed sample cooler temperature, and you need not to worry about anything. But in case if you observe that there is a precipitation or the sample becomes little hazy, that indicates that your sample cooler temperature may not be suitable. So what you can do further? You can either increase the sample cooler temperature to little higher side so that the solubility of the API or the sample constituents will little bit increased, and then repeat the same experiment once again, that is test tube and a study, and then confirm whether the increased sample temperature is now suitable and there is no precipitation observed. The second point you can do is you can reduce the sample concentration. For example, if your sample concentration is 1000 ppm, probably because of that you are getting the precipitation at the cooler sample, the proposed sample cooler temperature. And if you could not avoid the sample cooling, you can think of reducing the sample concentration so that the precipitation will not happen, the saturation will not happen at the lower temperature, that is your proposed sample cooling temperature. The third option, you can decide on to the changing the different diluent. If your diluent is not having enough solubility for the API at the selected sample cooler temperature, then go for the another diluent so that you will have the better solubility and no precipitation observed at the proposed sample cooler temperature. I think these are the precautions and the action points one can take based upon a simple study called as a test tube study. So I hope you will not have, such kind of observation in your lab henceforth. And this kind of observations, the precipitation of APIs or excipient can lead to the multiple failures. Like you can have a variation from one injection to another injection, your column life will get reduced. Your column back pressure will become high as you may inject the precipitated excipient and sample into the column. So your detector may go bad because of the injecting precipitated sample. So there are number of risks that can you can put your HPLC into it. So make sure that your sample and standard solutions are as clear as when they were prepared during the lab.